Humanity has been in a state of binary duality for millennia. The human machine, being analog, has a degree of tolerance built into it, but mechanical nature's oscillation between opposite polarities, black and white, right or left, us and them, thesis and antitheses, tests the limits of our tolerance, until it reaches its breaking point when common sense and civility break down, and humanity, divided and conquered, falls into the hell of intolerance, isolation, confusion, conflict, and suffering. All legacy systems based on the binary human 2.0 paradigm are in need of a critical update to a state-of-the-art trinary operating system, that of Triune 3.0. Part 1 of this video explored the nature of Human 2.0. In Part 2, we explored how to seek the path to Human 3.0. Part 3 will serve as a practical call to action, a 10 for Human 3.0, because the challenges facing our world and its movers and shakers must be met by triune human beings. Previously, we showed how binary duality causes the fall into Human 2.0, and the trinary paradigm needed to evolve to Human 3.0, but mechanical nature doesn't give up without a fight. Many extraordinary individuals throughout human history possessing triune human abilities have fallen under the spell of mechanical nature, becoming powerful agents of the matrix of oppression. Look at the binary tribalism in the Middle East, the Ukraine, or on display in the US presidential campaign. The forces of mechanical nature have taken control of every aspect of human civilization and successfully divided and conquered humanity. Geopolitically, via such multilateral groups as the World Economic Forum and European Union. Financially, via institutions such as the International Monetary Fund and World Bank. Technocratically, via social media and tech companies' incessant pursuit of artificial intelligence. Economically, socially, and culturally, via investment firms like BlackRock and Vanguard that use financial leverage to coerce all manner of companies, and especially media corporations, to kowtow to their well-intentioned but wholly mechanical ESG and DEI mandates. Look to the decimation of our modern myths, from Star Wars and Lord of the Rings to Star Trek and Marvel. The very universe that gave us a clue decades ago, warning us of the crisis facing humanity's evolutionary potential and the only way forward. The X-Men hold a special place in the hearts of fans. The ongoing saga of a race of mutants struggling to make their way in a world populated by legacy humans resonates with deep allegorical truth. Despite possessing the Mutant X gene and similar powers, the mutants split into two camps. The X-Men proper, led by Charles Xavier, seek peaceful coexistence for all humanity. The second camp is led by Magneto, whose superiority complex and repeated bouts of human intolerance rejects peaceful coexistence outright in favor of domination and at times even genocide. Just as Magneto believes he is fighting for a righteous cause, the elite ruling classes, families, cabals, and their leaders have sought to dominate and rule humanity for millennia. While it is debatable how many among them possess genuine trinary knowledge, abilities, and strength, it is undeniable they wield tremendous worldly power, and that they are actively leveraging their power and influence on an unprecedented scale globally. In their eyes, human nature justifies the need to curtail freedoms and reign over the global populace as a shepherd does unruly sheep. If only they knew the desire to control is born of the most primal of all mechanistic natures, fear, they might awaken to the truth. No cog in any machine has true power. It only gets greased, pun intended. Speaking of getting greased by machines, in the movie Days of Future Past, the X-Men face annihilation at the hands of Sentinels, giant robots that hunt mutants to the brink of extinction. So, Wolverine goes back in time to rally and unite the X-Men of the past to put an end to the mechanical threat at a key moment in history, and thereby save their future. It is a near-perfect allegory for today. In the film, the human leaders turn to Dr. Bolivar Trask and his anti-mutant weapon systems. In our world, the global elite are turning to anti-humanist systems, from ESG and DEI to centrally controlled digital technologies and artificial intelligence. In life, as in art, the outcome is the same. The X-Men's extinction at the hands of mechanical sentinels signifies the sabotage of Human 3.0 by mechanicity and binary duality, and the termination of humanity's only genuine chance to evolve. If art mirrors life, Shouldn't there be a Wolverine here and now sent by Charles Xavier to rally and unite all those vying for a better future under the banner of Human 3.0? There is. But at present, these real-life X-Men do not have the benefits of a Xavier family fortune to finance their mission, that includes recruiting those elites whose faculties surpass that of the typical Human 2.0. That is why this October, Atlas Conscious Arts is launching a crowdfunding campaign, a 10 for Human 3.0, to reach out to the movers, shakers, and decision makers and show them how to upgrade the legacy systems of binary Human 2.0 with the state-of-the-art trinary upgrade in support of Human 3.0, the true human being. Just as Charles Xavier uses his family fortune to attract, guide, and inspire the X-Men to solve the greatest challenges facing humanity, so too Atlas Conscious Arts will use the funds it raises in this campaign to attract individuals with abilities and resources inspired by our vision to build an arc and an arch to take us from where we are, dreaming in myth, sci-fi, and fantasy, to the days of future past, when true human beings built pyramids, walked on water, traversed dimensions, and more. But who are we exactly, and how do we plan to succeed in our mission to empower Human 3.0? We are a small but dedicated team of social entrepreneurs with decades of consulting, marketing, branding, and communications experience, who receive this calling directly from our innermost being in the supernal dimensions. We have dedicated our lives to this, our calling, and it is no part-time pursuit. Reaching the most influential, powerful, and resourceful individuals, organizations, and their advisors is a full-time job for a team dedicated to seeing the vision of Human 3.0 realized. Our core team is lined up and ready to make Atlas Conscious Arts their sole work in life. To help us get underway, all we're asking for is a 10 for Human 3.0. If you have more to give, we won't turn down your generosity, but a 10 for Human 3.0 is not too much to ask, all things considered. Your $10 donation gives you instant access via digital download to the book What in Hell is With Us, written by Atlas Conscious Arts founder and resident Charles Xavier, Attlas Alex. The book provides a great deal more background into the origins of Atlas, mechanical nature's role in contemporary phenomena behind the great awakening of humanity, and the practical imperatives necessitating the shift to higher consciousness. With an introduction written by resident Wolverine, Attila Lewis-Lenvi, and part 1 focused on his personal transformation into leader of the X-Men, the book is a practical guide for all those who seek the keys to Human 3.0. Paperback and signed hardcover copies are available at higher tiers of support. Full details at atlas.ca. All proceeds from a 10 for Human 3.0 will pay our marketing, communication, and travel expenses in an all-out effort to connect with and win allies among creators, influencers, elites, scientists, government bodies, and their advisors, to bring their voices and considerable resources to bear on the collective enterprise at hand, upgrading legacy Human 2.0 systems to those empowering Human 3.0. With an emphasis on the highly visible and influential technology, media, and entertainment industries ravaged by the woke culture wars, we will demonstrate the power and potential of the trinary human paradigm via real-world case studies. More than merely providing proof of concept for skeptics and naysayers, Atlas Conscious Arts projects must give the young and young at heart a reason to hope again. Empower all who still carry a spark of childlike wonder and enthusiasm with the analogous ultimate methodology to kindle that inner spark. And more, inspire them to call forth lightning from within, to shock and awe the world with a strength and intensity that only Human 3.0 can deliver, and inspire others to rise up out of the darkness of division and unite as the greatest generation this humanity has ever known. It is time for us to be more than just fans of the X-Men. It is time for humanity to truly evolve, to claim our birthright as true human beings, and for those of us who were born Gen X to ignite the torch of genuine leadership and lead the charge to Human 3.0. Will you join the ranks so the world can marvel at Atlas Conscious Arts and our super efforts to kindle hope humanity so desperately needs right now? Click the link in the video description, learn more at atlas.ca, and give a 10 for Human 3.0 today. Thank you for your attention and your support.